Hello everyone, how's it going? Hello
everyone, welcome to my video.
This is a better intro, I think.
Yeah.
Okay, so hope you enjoyed the video.
I hope you joined the video.
So, I don't know where to start in this video because so much has happened since the last one. But let's just start off with saying, finally our baby daughter is here. We named her Aurora and she's absolutely fantastic. We love her to bits and she is amazing. And with everything that's going on, she's been absolutely amazing. She's not been crying too much and yeah, she's been wonderful. So we really love her and we're happy she's now joined our family. So also we have now come to the end of Chester's induction. So induction B, that's over. We're now about to enter the next stage. So basically tomorrow he needs to go in for a bone marrow test, which then basically tells us how he's getting on with all his chemo treatment and what path and direction we need to go next with his treatment. So there's a few different things that's going to happen. He's either going to go into a high risk category or a low risk category. If he goes into high risk, then that's going to involve a lot more intensive treatment and potentially he might have to have a transplant done, a bone marrow one. So we're hoping he goes on to the low path, which basically means that he will carry on with the treatment that he's on. So all the chemo tablets and stuff like that. However, it won't be as intense obviously as the other, high intensity. So all we can do is hope and see what happens tomorrow. Also, we then have the decision, if we're accepted into the American trials, is to decide if we want to go with the European trial or the American trial. So there's two different trials and basically they involve two different types of medication. So the American one involves less medication than the European one. I don't know too much about all this because obviously I'm going to find out a lot more tomorrow and going forward over this week it'll be, because we would have to wait until his bone marrow results have come back. But until then, we'll leave it there and talk about this in the next video. So what's happened since the last video? Well, you'll see on the screen that Chester now has a nose tube. So basically they've had to put a tube up his nose which goes all the way down straight to his stomach. And this is because he basically refused and stopped taking his tablets. He could no longer handle taking them because he got so worried about being sick on them that he just didn't want to take them anymore. Because the last few days or weeks he has been throwing up quite a lot after taking the tablets. The smell of the imatinib was too much for him and obviously it leaves a bit of residue and stuff on the tongue when he was taking them, and yeah, it just all got a bit too much. So obviously getting the tube in that was very emotional for myself and Laura, because they had to, obviously myself and the nurses and that, we had to hold him down, or that sounds a bit harsh, but we had to hold him and then they had to put the tube and stuff down into his stomach, and seeing him with a tube it just really, it just gives you that reminder about everything that's going on and stuff, because before his face it didn't have a tube, and anyway. Also, now that he's got a tube, that does also involve myself in the evenings to mix up his tablets. So I've got to get to his imatinibs because he's got to take them daily. I've got to put them into a glass, I've got to mix them up, wait until they dissolve, and then I've got to then put them in the syringe and then put them down his tube. But before I can do that, I need to test his stomach acids. So I put a tube, attach it to his nose tube. Did I say get a tube? Anyway, get a syringe, attach it to his nose tube, and then I've got to pull out a bit of stomach acid, test it on a PhD strip, I think that's what they're called. Anyway, some sort of strip, and then it basically tells me if the line is in the correct place. Because if it's not, then it means that it might not be in his stomach and it could have gone into his lungs, or it might have moved somewhere And the last thing you want to do is to go put in medicine down the tube and it goes into the wrong place as it needs to go into the stomach. So that's why we do that test, just to ensure the tube's in the correct position. So also this is, well, it's been a great way to get more fluids down him because you have to flush it. And yeah, flushing means putting water through the tube. So it's a great way to get more liquids because over the last few days and weeks, Chester has been struggling a bit when it comes to drinking and eating. So that is something that we need to discuss tomorrow when we go into the hospital and talk about the next stage, is also to discuss about his fluids and food. Because the last thing we want to do is him to not be eating or drinking. But yeah, obviously at the moment we're doing our best to get stuff in him whatever we can. Like yesterday, Laura made him she blended strawberries, ice cream and milk. I think that was it. Anyway, he absolutely loved it and he drank a lot. And that's a high calorie intake, but liquid. So yeah, we're just finding little things like that help, which you can read on our website if you haven't done so yet at chestersjourney.com. Where we update the site with what's been going on. Also, another thing you might notice, and that's the hair. Yes, the hair is finally gone and the beard is at the moment gone. And we also done Chester's hair, so that's allowing him to not get so sweaty and stuff. And we did find his hair was starting to become a bit like patchy and matted. So cutting off the hair and that, he's now not sweating as much at night. And it's just, you know, giving his head a nice breather and stuff. It is a bit sad because obviously you can see just how thin his hair is. But it's nicer for him because obviously he's not got all this hair on with the hot weather. Another thing that we've done is added a mailing list to chestersjourney.com. So if you do want to get emails about when we do posts and stuff on this website with news on how he's getting on, then go over to Chester's site and sign up to the mailing list. So other than that, with baby being born, nose tube being put in, and then tomorrow come to the end of the induction and then finding out what's next, not a lot has gone on. I just wanted to do this video so you know where we're at, and I will do another one in a few weeks time or a few days time, it's hard to say, about the next stage and what's going to happen. So yeah, I'm going to leave the video there and hope you all have a great day. And if anyone does want to donate and stuff, you know where to do it. You can do it on the website and all the links are there. And that's it for now. Bye.